Amazon Web Services, AWS, is the leading cloud provider in India, and what are its current offerings and customers? AWS is the cloud computing arm of online retail giant Amazon, and it offers a range of services such as computing, storage, database, analytics, networking, security, and more. AWS has been operating in India since 2016, when it launched its first data center region in Mumbai. Since then, AWS has expanded its presence and customer base in India, serving thousands of businesses across various sectors such as e-commerce, banking, media, education, healthcare, and government. According to a report by Synergy Research Group, AWS had a 32% market share in the worldwide cloud infrastructure market in the first quarter of 2023, ahead of its competitors Microsoft and Google. In India, AWS is also the dominant player, with a market share of over 40%, according to a report by IDC. AWS has been investing heavily in India to meet the growing demand for cloud services in the country. In May 2023, AWS announced that it plans to invest Rs 105,600 crores, US $12.7 billion, into cloud infrastructure in India by 2030. This investment is estimated to contribute Rs 194,700 crores, US $23.3 billion, to India's total gross domestic product, GDP, by 2030. Some of the current offerings and customers of AWS in India are: AWS offers over 200 services and features to its customers in India, including some that are specific to the Indian market such as Amazon Polly, a service that converts text to speech in Hindi and other languages, Amazon Transcribe, a service that converts speech to text in Hindi and other languages, and Amazon Pinpoint, a service that enables targeted marketing campaigns via SMS and email. AWS also offers solutions for various industries and use cases such as digital transformation, artificial intelligence, machine learning, ML, Internet of Things, IoT, blockchain, gaming, and more. AWS has a large and diverse customer base in India, ranging from startups to enterprises to public sector organizations. Some of the notable customers of AWS in India are: Flipkart, the e-commerce giant, uses AWS to power its online marketplace, which serves over 300 million customers and offers over 150 million products. Flipkart uses AWS services such as Amazon EC2, a service that provides scalable computing capacity, Amazon S3, a service that provides object storage, Amazon DynamoDB, a service that provides a fast and flexible NoSQL database, and Amazon CloudFront, a service that provides a global content delivery network. HDFC Bank, the leading private sector bank, uses AWS to run its digital banking platform, which serves over 50 million customers and handles over 5 billion transactions per year. HDFC Bank uses AWS services such as Amazon Aurora, a service that provides a high-performance relational database, Amazon Kinesis, a service that provides real-time data streaming and analytics, Amazon SageMaker, a service that provides an end-to-end platform for building, training, and deploying ML models, and AWS Lambda, a service that lets you run code without provisioning or managing servers. Hotstar, the video streaming platform, uses AWS to deliver live and on-demand content to over 300 million users across India. Hotstar uses AWS services such as Amazon EC2 Spot Instances, a service that lets you use spare EC2 capacity at low costs, Amazon Elastic Kubernetes Service, a service that lets you run Kubernetes on AWS, Amazon CloudFront, and AWS Elemental Media Services, a suite of services that provide solutions for video processing, delivery, and monetization. Niti Aayog, the policy think tank of the Government of India, uses AWS to host its flagship initiatives such as the National Data and Analytics Platform, NDAP, which aims to provide a single source of truth for all government data, the Aspirational Districts Program, ADP, which aims to improve the socio-economic indicators of 112 districts across India, and the National Strategy for Artificial Intelligence, NSAI, which aims to leverage AI for social good. What are the challenges and opportunities for AWS in the Indian market, such as regulations, competition, infrastructure, and demand. AWS is the global leader in cloud computing, offering a wide range of services and solutions to customers across various industries and sectors. AWS has been operating in India since 2012, and has seen a rapid growth in cloud adoption among Indian businesses, startups, government agencies, and educational institutions. AWS has also announced its plans to invest $12 billion in India by 2030, to build its second data center cluster in Hyderabad and expand its presence and offerings in the country. However, AWS also faces some significant challenges and opportunities in the Indian market, such as regulations. AWS has to comply with the local laws and regulations that govern data privacy, security, taxation, and e-commerce in India. Some of these regulations are still evolving and unclear, which creates uncertainty and risk for AWS and its customers. For example, India's proposed Personal Data Protection Bill 2019 would require data fiduciaries to store a copy of personal data on servers located within India, which could affect AWS global data transfer policies and practices. Another example is India's recent e-commerce rules that restrict foreign-owned online platforms from selling products from their own group companies or affiliates, which could impact Amazon's retail business in India. Competition. AWS faces stiff competition from other cloud service providers in India, both domestic and international. Some of the major competitors include Microsoft Azure, Google Cloud Platform, Alibaba Cloud, IBM Cloud, and Flipkart's own cloud platform. These competitors have their own strengths and advantages in terms of pricing, features, localization, partnerships, and customer base. For instance, Alibaba Cloud has a strong presence in China and Southeast Asia, which gives it an edge over AWS in terms of proximity to suppliers and customers. Flipkart, which is largely owned by Walmart, has a deep understanding of the Indian e-commerce market and consumer behavior, which gives it an edge over Amazon. Infrastructure. AWS relies on a robust and reliable infrastructure to deliver its cloud services to customers. This includes physical infrastructure such as data centers, servers, network equipment, power supply, cooling systems, etc., as well as digital infrastructure such as software platforms, tools, applications, security protocols, etc. However, building and maintaining such infrastructure in India poses some challenges for AWS, such as high costs, environmental issues, regulatory hurdles, logistical difficulties, etc. For example, India's power grid is often unstable and prone to outages, which could affect AWS data center operations and service quality. Another example is India's low internet penetration and bandwidth availability, which could limit AWS reach and performance. Demand. AWS has a huge opportunity to tap into the growing demand for cloud services in India, which is driven by various factors such as digital transformation, innovation, cost optimization, scalability, agility, etc. According to a report by NASSCOM and Google Cloud, the Indian cloud market is expected to grow at a compound annual growth rate, CAGR, of 30% from 2020 to 2025, reaching $13 billion by 2025. Some of the key sectors that are driving this demand include banking and financial services, e-commerce, media and entertainment, healthcare, education, government, etc. AWS has a strong portfolio of cloud offerings that cater to these sectors' needs and requirements, such as compute, storage, database, analytics, artificial intelligence, machine learning, Internet of Things, blockchain, etc. To summarize, AWS has a lot of potential to grow and succeed in the Indian market, but it also has to overcome some challenges and risks that come with operating in a complex and dynamic environment. AWS has to balance its global strategy with local adaptation, leverage its strengths and capabilities with local partnerships and collaborations, and deliver value and innovation to its customers with quality and reliability. How AWS plans to invest $12 billion in India by 2030. Amazon Web Services, or AWS, is the world's leading cloud computing platform, offering a wide range of services such as computing, storage, database, analytics, networking, security, and more. AWS has been operating in India since 2016, when it launched its first data center region in Mumbai. Since then, AWS has grown rapidly in India, serving millions of customers across various sectors such as e-commerce, banking, education, healthcare, media, and government. But AWS is not stopping there. The company has announced that it plans to invest $12 billion in India by 2030, with the aim of expanding its cloud infrastructure, hiring more talent, launching new services, and supporting social causes. Here are some of the key aspects of AWS' investment plan for India. Expanding its data centers. AWS currently has 3 availability zones in Mumbai, which are separate locations within a region that are designed to provide high availability and redundancy. AWS plans to add 2 more regions in India by 2023, one in Hyderabad and one in Chennai. Each region will have 3 availability zones, bringing the total number of availability zones in India to 12. This will enable AWS to offer more capacity, reliability, and performance to its customers in India and across the world. Hiring more talent. AWS has over 10,000 employees in India, including engineers, salespeople, account managers, consultants, and support staff. The company plans to hire another 10,000 people by 2030, with a focus on developing local talent and creating more opportunities for women and underrepresented groups. AWS also offers various training and certification programs for its employees and customers, as well as educational initiatives such as AWS Academy and AWS Educate for students and educators. Launching new services. AWS constantly innovates and launches new services to meet the evolving needs of its customers. Some of the recent services that AWS has launched in India include Amazon Breakit, a quantum computing service, Amazon Honeycode, a low-code app development service, Amazon Kendra, an intelligent search service, and Amazon Textract, a service that extracts text and data from documents. AWS also plans to launch more services in India in the future, such as Amazon Connect, a cloud-based contact center service, Amazon Lex, a service that builds conversational interfaces, and Amazon SageMaker Studio Lab, a web-based IDE for machine learning. Supporting social causes. AWS is committed to supporting social causes in India through various initiatives such as AWS Cloud Start, which provides cloud credits and training to startups and nonprofits, AWS EdStart, which supports education technology startups, AWS Activate Founders Program India Edition, which provides mentorship and networking opportunities to early-stage startups, and AWS Imagine Grant Program India Edition, which awards grants to nonprofits that use cloud technology for social good. AWS also partners with organizations such as NASCOM Foundation, Pratham Education Foundation, Akshaya Patra Foundation, and Teach for India to support their missions. AWS investment plan for India reflects its confidence and commitment to the Indian market. By investing $12 billion in India by 2030, AWS aims to empower more customers with cloud technology, create more jobs and opportunities for local talent, foster more innovation and entrepreneurship in the cloud ecosystem, and contribute to the social and economic development of India.